And as I said earlier, the only thing left to do to get the structure built is down here on this side to complete this wall on this side. And as you can see, that far one down there, I've already got that one done. And then I've got to put some on the door here. Then I've got to fill this in, and it'll be basically closed in, and we can start to grow things in there, and maybe let it go for a little while I get to doing some other things. And the other things are actually like putting a berm around the bottom. Let me show you on the other side where it really needs it. Yeah, you can see here. See how the metal comes to the ground, but you can see right under there, there's light under there. It's not sealed, and also over here there's some places where it is sealed, and some places where it is not. Now over here you can really see the problem. You can see right here that well, from the inside you can see a lot better, but what I need to do is put an earthen berm all up and down this stretch here. Maybe, a foot high, 2 feet high, something like that, to seal the bottom in. And that, I have a tractor that I'm going to be doing that with, but I need to do a little bit of work on it before I can tackle that. And that's one of the projects I've got to do, and I've got to let this go for a little while, and I've got it finished enough to let it go. And got to drive the tractor up in here and move those logs so it'll go, and then start dumping. Anyway, it's very satisfying to see that the project is nearing completion. Well, I'm going to cut some more to fit these along here, but before I do, let me show you just where we are on this project and how near completion it is. First of all, let me open the door. Now, the door has also got to be covered just like I did down there, but that's no problem. We should get that done today. And then the only other thing I've got to do is, as you can see down there, there's a little gap between the outside wall and the roof. And along here there will be too, but that's nothing difficult to fix. Now, I've got the watering system in. As you can see, there it is. And I've also got an automatic timer that times when it goes off and on. And as you can see above here, I've got spray heads that spray where it needs to be sprayed. Now those need to be adjusted. It's just working barely right now, but it's working. If you remember me talking about the electricity, there's my thermostat. Now what that is, that's designed to be an attic thermostat. And you buy those with an attic fan to keep your attic cool, I guess. But anyway, the other kind is you buy a thermostat that's meant for a swamp cooler. But I already had this one, and I never did install the fan, so there it is. And as you can see down here, there's my grapevines. They're coming up nicely. And there's the cooler. As we get close to this cooler, you can probably hear the wind noise. I'll try to shield the wind noise from the microphones, but there's the cooler. It's running, and it's doing a good job. And as you can see, let's turn around here. I've got the cooler on on the thermostat, and one of those plugs is thermostat controlled. The other is always on. I'm going to go in the other corner here, and you can see from this angle how big this greenhouse is. And I'm going to be growing a lot of things in here. I'm going to have a fish pond right over here in this corner, and I think I'm going to go hydroponics or aquaponics all along that wall. and then save this section here for things that grow in the dirt, and then do some more aquaponics. And but there it is, and I'll have that wall all closed in today. And I don't know, it's an interesting thing. When I came out here this morning, that was when I last night I got the cooler all hooked up and ready to go, and put the thermostat in, thought it would work. And then when you come out here in the morning and things are working automatically, it's sort of like it's come alive. And I look at this as I don't know, how do you put that? You know, when you build something yourself, there is some satisfaction, and at some point it's like it's alive, and it's going to work for you, and it's going to do what you would like to do, what you built it to do. A lot of people don't get that satisfaction having done something themselves, and you ought to try it if you have the frame of mind. If you really do want to do something for yourself, you can. I mean, look at this. I'm one guy. It took me, in my spare time, what is it? It started at the end of April, I guess you could say, basically the first part of May, June. It's nearly the end of July. So, May, June, July, 3 months. But look at this. It's essentially done. I've got some finished work to do. But I guess the point is, if I can do this, you can do this. Anybody can do this. You've just got to try. And if you make mistakes, like I have done, well, you fix them and you move on. But anyway, I'm going to keep filming this as I go and show you a little bit, and show you a little bit about what I'm doing here with the aquaponics and tomatoes, and say I've even got a little bit of corn growing there. I just threw that in to have something going, and you can see the little bushes over there. That's asparagus, and then lots of weeds and grass. I got to get rid of those. I have a few tomato plants growing here. As you can see, there's one right there, and there's another one right over there, and there's another one right here doing quite well. So there are things growing in here, even though, and there's some potatoes that are left over from last year. But anyway, you know, as I mentioned before, I'm just one guy, and I can do this. I did this, and it's done, and it's a tremendous satisfaction. And you can do this too. And one thing I wanted to mention was, you know, a lot of people don't understand the influence that they have on other people. And my biggest motivation for tackling this problem, when my greenhouse came apart, you know, the hoop house that was here, my biggest motivation to, hey, I can do this, to say I can do this, I can rebuild this, and let's go at it, was a gentleman in Australia, and he put some videos out on YouTube, and he goes by the name of Citizen Peng. And I watched his series of videos, how he was building his greenhouse, and how he was doing what he was doing, and the reasons why he was doing it. And I looked at him and thought, now there's a man who knows how to work, and knows how to keep at it, and knows how to keep trying. And I just wanted to salute him as a good part of my inspiration and my motivation to tackle this thing. So, Citizen Peng, thank you, and I wish you success. Okay, here's just another shot on the 24th of July from my sun deck, just to show you the project. From this angle, everything looks complete, but like I said, I've got the north wall, that opposite wall over there, to finish a little bit there on. But that's basically how it's going to look, and I'm going to put a little edge on right here and down here so it looks a little nicer. But there it is. It's looking good. Doesn't look terrible, so that's pretty good. Again, it's the 24th of July, 2016.